This video was originally made for TikTok and I would have put it on YouTube Shorts, except it's over a minute long. But I didn't want to waste this content and not put it on YouTube, so that's why everything's vertical 16:9. I might do a full PSVR2 review later on, but I just haven't taken the time to do that. I've been playing on the PSVR2 for a couple weeks now, and here is what I love and hate about it. The thing that stands out the most is the eye tracking. They're already implementing this into gameplay, like in Call of the Mountain, where certain things won't be triggered unless you actually look at them.
Smoke.
Or in horror games like Switchback, where enemies will move every time you blink. It allows the PS5 to put out better graphics and better performance by doing foveated rendering, where it only puts a high quality image where you're looking and downgrades the image outside of your field of view. The screens are great, they're extremely high resolution at 2000 by 2040 per eye. They're OLED, they go up to 120 Hertz. The tracking is decent. I'd put it slightly below the Quest 2, but it's pretty much on par. But on top of all that, one of the most important things is how easy this is to use, especially if you already have a PS5. So what do I hate about it? I cannot stand halo straps. Yes, most people won't have an issue with it, and if you adjust it and keep it relatively loose on your head, it will fit fine and be comfortable. But I want to crank down the headset and keep it from wobbling at all, and when I do that, puts all the pressure on my forehead and the back of my head, and I get a really bad headache. Why are you still giving us earbuds when you could give us like an off-ear speaker solution or something that would sound a lot better? It's not that the earbuds are bad, they're completely usable, they sound fine, but they're not nearly as good as something like the index speakers. One of the biggest complaints that all of the VR creators have is the OLED Mura, which essentially looks like a film grain over the screens, and it's very noticeable when you first put on the headset. My first reaction to the screens were, it's not the resolution of them. The resolution's amazing. The clarity is really good on the lenses. There's just grain. But if this is your first VR headset, or if you spend enough time in it, you really don't notice. PSVR2 is not wireless, and personally, that doesn't bother me at all. I play on an index, I kick my cable around all the time. It's something I'm completely used to. But for a lot of people, having a wire is completely immersion breaking and they can't stand it. And the biggest complaint is the lack of content, but I don't really think that's going to be an issue going forward. You have the three big games right now: Resident Evil Village, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Call of the Mountain. There's plenty of other titles that have come over, like Synth Riders and Pavlov. We have a ton of games coming up very soon, like Nock, Beat Saber, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, VR Skater, and most importantly, Firewall Ultra. So although it might feel lacking for someone who's already played a lot of VR games like myself, there's plenty of content for someone who's just getting into VR. So overall, if you're on a PS5 already and you want to get into VR, it makes the most sense to buy this headset. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to someone who's trying to upgrade from a Quest or for an existing PCVR user. The one thing I didn't get into is the issue of motion sickness some people are having, mainly due to the black frame insertion and reprojection that Sony has chosen to do. Sadly, Bradley has already gone in depth on this issue in his review, so if you want more information about it, I will link it in the description below. Definitely go check it out.